looking at your op.gg. When did you start playing?
Season 6.
Oh, you just started the season?
Yeah, it was like 6.10, pretty sure.
Oh, okay, so you're really new then.
Yeah, I played in 2014 though, well 2015, because 2015. I have the Rocat icon from 2015.
Okay. Did you play for long or?
Um, about a week, and then I
Oh,
just
okay.
just forgot about the game and just got back into it now.
Okay. So you're really new. Do you follow any YouTubers, streams, professional play, anything at all?
Yeah, I like to watch Cloud9 Sneaky and I'm a Cutie Pie.
Okay. You don't like to watch pro play?
Yeah, I do. I
Okay.
like watching the games.
Alright, so you main jungle and mid, you told me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your sort of main goal at the moment with League? To just improve and climb, or?
Yeah, to improve and climb.
Okay, so first of all, you play mostly Ahri and Lee Sin, you told me, right?
Yeah.
The issue with those kind of champions is that they're mechanically demanding. So for newer players, they're not the most ideal.
Yeah.
Which obviously will sort of counterintuitive to just straight up improving. Playing simpler champions will help you focus more on the fundamentals of the game itself, like farming, trading, and all these little things, which you will keep using for just forever, pretty much, because those things never change while the champions get updated and whatnot. So that's sort of the first thing to keep in mind. So if you want to keep playing these, you will just it will obviously not be as good to climb.
Yeah.
Let me share screen. Can you see my screen from Skype?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
So let me start it up. Skip a bit. Okay. So, don't level anything in level 1.
Alright.
Until you sort of get to the lane.
Okay.
Because let's say you're playing Tristana, for example, and you get caught level 1 and you have to flash rather than leveling W and just jumping away or something.
Yeah.
Okay, you're against Victor. This is a favorable matchup for you.
We just had a dance-off in this lane.
Yeah.
And after some time, someone else came here, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Generally, you want to just abuse this. Don't be friends. Your jungler is Olaf. Oh, there's Mundo.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, it's good that you're used to not playing on unlocked screen since you're really new.
Yeah, at the beginning I used to play on it, and then I started realizing it was bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm using my ultimate, I would lock in because it's easier since it's a escape kind of one.
Yeah. You can hold the spacebar with your thumb to center it on your champion. If you hold it,
Yeah.
it centers, so it's nice.
I was a bit nervous this game because I was recording it for the first time,
It's fine.
so I was playing like I used to.
You should queue this wave just so you push it and get the level 2 as fast as possible. You get level 2 on the first creep on the second wave.
When I'm level 2, I usually go for my E, which is my charm.
Yeah. It's fine to do that, but just getting the level advantage sooner is better, because now he's gonna hit level 2 before you.
Yeah.
Like right here, you should just queue the wave, not queue him.
I usually do that because if I use my Q, it comes straight towards me, so I can always redirect it with my movement.
Yeah, but you didn't hit you only hit like 2 minions with it, so look at the amount of minions he has now compared to you.
Yeah.
Nice charm. Shouldn't go for the ignite. You can't. No,
I
you
don't
don't have. Yeah. Oh, your jungler is Malphite and Olaf stop. Okay. So with Malphite, he can't really do anything before 6, so you have to keep in mind you don't have pretty much any jungle pressure to help you.
Yeah.
Here should be pushing the minions as much as possible. With if you had ignite, maybe you could kill him. Also, sometimes I think they Ahris take 2 points in Q before getting W. I'm
Yeah.
not too sure anymore since she's not played as much.
After I get my Q, W, and E, I start leveling my Q until it's level 3.
You just max it first, yeah, and then get ultimate whenever you can, obviously.
Yeah.
Uh,
I miss.
okay, let me see. Yeah. You need to be prepared to sort of prepare the wave for the turret when it's gonna crash like this. Yeah. You need to work on last hitting quite a bit. Because with AP mages, obviously, it's harder since you don't have AD, or as much AD rather.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a decent Q. Okay, you got that. Shouldn't Q a minion like that.
Yeah.
It's not worth the cooldown and mana cost.
Because she, early game, she runs out of mana fast.
Yeah, I mean, she's a mage. Yeah, because like right now you don't have any mana for charm, so you're sort of defenseless. Because your charm is your aggressive and defensive tool. Before 6 at least.
Sometimes, later in the game, I miss all of my things. Because I rely on my E to combo, so I usually go for my E first and my Q and W.
Yeah, you
So-
can also E-flash to sort of... It doesn't let them react in time.
Mm.
Because if you E-flash, you cancel the animation and it just pops up right in front of them. But it's sort of a more advanced thing.
Mm.
But yeah, just good to know. Here backing is fine. You should be going for Abyssal. Who's their jungler? Also, try and start getting used to hitting tab to see the enemy items, levels, and whatnot.
Mhm.
Also, do you know what F keys do?
F keys.
From
Uh,
F1 to F5.
Nope. Never used.
They center on you and your allies. So F1 is yourself, F2 is, for example, your top laner, F3 is your jungler.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. It's really convenient. Like when you're just walking, like right here, you're not doing anything. Just center it on your allies.
Oh.
Okay, they kill top lane. Your jungler is still level 4. Next wave you will be hitting 6, so that's really good for you. You might be able to kill Victor now. Because you have Ignite up and you'll have level 6. There it is. Okay, there he is. Now we want to try and zone him a bit. He hit 6. If you go for a charm here, it's good because you might make him miss a lot of the CS.
Hmm.
At the same time, it's a bit risky since you haven't seen the enemy jungler in a while.
Yeah.
And you don't have vision of him. Okay.
One thing I think I lack is I don't look at the map as much as I'm meant to.
Yeah, that's something you really need to get used to because it's just really good to do. Like if you see, for example, like right now, your top laner is pushing up a lot, so the enemy jungler might be, and there he is. Your top laner is in a gankable position, so you can sort of be more free to push up since he has the choice of 2 lanes to gank rather than just one.
Hmm.
Should go for the kill. Yep, this is yours. Good.
I just used my final one to get
Yeah.
CS.
Okay, that was a good play. Since you saw Jack stop, you were fine doing it.
In the mid game is when Malphite starts to get the ganks.
I have no idea how long laning phases last in different elos, so...
Hmm.
Okay, Jax is next to Malphite. Take this wave and back. You should recall here. You have 1k gold.
Oh,
Because let's say, okay, you just killed Victor, and let's say you have like 10 CS, you're 10 CS ahead of him. So let's say you're about 400 gold ahead of Victor. Then, since you have 1000 gold in your inventory, you're not ahead at all. In gold, at least.
my mistake there was I wasn't looking, I was looking at the minions and I ran into the tower.
Yeah, here you should just recall. Also, it was a good time to recall depending on blue timer. Because if you recalled here, you could come back and take this blue buff.
Yeah.
You should be autoing it to make it faster.
Yeah. I don't know much about taking buffs from people. Because that was my thing. My second time, someone's offered me a buff when playing.
Basically, they want you to last hit it just so you get the buff itself, sort of like minions. So yeah, just damaging it will help obviously make it faster. Here, if he ults you die, yep.
I tried to pull off the charm, but I couldn't. But he wasted his ult.
I mean, he didn't waste it since he got a kill.
Yeah.
And Malphite can't do anything because he's level 5. And now Victor has blue buff too.
I try to be as nice as possible, that people don't get mad at me, like they usually do.
Don't really care about your teammates. They change every game.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I had a Fiddlesticks that thought he was the best in the world.
Yeah. Since you started with Lost Chapter, you should have went into Morello.
Yeah.
Or just go for it.
It's just color.
Yeah, it's Morello Nomicon, but the shorter version is just Morello's. Even though in this matchup you should just go Abyssal. Because the magic resist obviously helps against Victor. Obviously it's AP and the aura's really nice for you and even Malphite and Zyra. Since they also deal magic damage. Your Ignite's up in 25, so you should be looking to poke him a bit. Just so when your Ignite is up you can kill him if you hit Charm with a full combo.
Yeah. I didn't say English. I never seen Jax this much in the game.
What do you mean? I haven't seen a Jax this much.
In the game, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't see him? Yeah, I mean he's Jax, so he wants to scale up and farm.
Yeah, this is where I failed.
I mean you're gonna kill him, but just let's go over this. I mean it's a mechanical thing, so you shouldn't worry too much about it.
It's because the minions were in the way, so
yeah. Here, don't just wait for your Q. It's 3 seconds. It's not worth just wasting your ultimate like this. Even though it is a favorable matchup and you just kill him anyway, but yeah. Okay, he used Ignite. Also, it's nice to get used to just when he ignites you or flashes or whatever uses summoner spell, just write it in the chat.
Oh yeah.
For example, flash is 5 minutes, so if you write Victor flash at 11:02, it will be up at 16:02.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing to keep track of, especially in this matchup since Victor is immobile and you can just kill him really easily once you hit Charm.
Yeah.
Okay, your team's getting Dragon. Okay, there's Jax. Yeah, you need to hit tab more often, see how the farm and levels and items are. Because for example, Jax could be going either tank or full damage or hybrid. If you don't know that he's full tank, you might be scared of his damage when you're low, when you actually don't need to be or something. It's just little things that do sometimes matter.
I noticed in the lower elos, they don't really go for tanking that. They usually just go for their strong points, which is usually for Jax, is attack speed.
For Jax, it's mostly a 1 item power spike at Triforce. But yeah, I mean, if they keep going damage and you're ahead, it's the more the easier for you because you just play correctly and capitalize on their mistakes. They're not hard to kill, so you just kill them whenever you can. You shouldn't have alternated points in your W and E.
Yeah.
By level 9 you should have your Q maxed and then your W second, I'm pretty sure, because they changed the charm.
And this is where Malphite came to gank.
Okay.
I was trying to let him push the wave so Malphite would get an easier gank.
Yeah, it's fine, but if you hit charm, Malphite has ult, so it's a really, really easy kill anyway. So we actually want to have more minions than him. Just because if he has less minions, it's easier to hit the charm. And most points, at least.
And I think he had a ward in that bush because he ran away as soon as I let him push.
Oh, yeah. If Malphite was good, he would have ulted, and you can follow up easily. It's fine. You shouldn't just have given up those minions though.
Yeah.
As soon as you see Malphite walk away, just finish them off. Farm is really, really, really important.
Yeah.
Because many people, newer players and just lower elo players, just undervalue it. Don't just use your ult for damage there. Just space it out, so for example you didn't need to get hit by the second laser.
Yeah.
Because if Jax was close by, a QW probably would have killed you. Or at least burned your flash. Because now you're in an awkward spot where you can't finish a single item yet because you went large rod.
Yeah.
I mean, overall for a really new player, you're actually surprisingly better than what I would have expected.
I think the thing I lack is communication.
Solo queue there is pretty much no communication even at the highest of levels.
Because all of my stunner team, when we all died, he just ran into the enemy spawn.
Can you say that again, sorry?
Oh yeah, I said it wrong. Sorry, I was playing CSGO. There's this Olive, the one that's playing top. When we all died, when we were rushing their base, he just ran into the enemy spawn.
And your teammates will do dumb shit like all the fucking time. It's just how it is. It's solo queue. It's just
Nothing we can do.
yeah. That's why you just have to play your best pretty much every game.
Yeah.
And even if like a teammate dies at an important point of the game and you just lose because you're 4 for 5 at like 45 minutes where it really counts, just look at what better you could have done. Like, I had bad farm this game. If I had more farm, I would have had more items and maybe would have snowballed earlier, or could raid the carry easier, or whatever. You've got level 2 ult, which is really good. Need to get better at dodging scare shots.
Yeah. If I knew how to fake my movements, I probably could have dodged that.
What do you mean by faking your movements?
Like if you go with your screen and you go up, down really quickly, it looks like you're just running around. Well, it's hard to explain. It looks like you're... I can't explain it.
You should have charmed him. You should have charmed him under turret. He would be dead. You didn't need to waste your summoners.
Yeah.
As soon as he's walking like straight into your face, just charm him. Like, it's the most guaranteed charm you'll get in your life. And you should just get the wave there. You weren't in under any threat because Malphite was there, so Victor wasn't gonna do anything. I think what you mean is you sort of spam click your movement really close to your character, just so it moves smoother, sort of.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're still seeing my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay, so if you click in the circle around your champion, your movements will be a lot cleaner, sort of. If you click here and then click here immediately, it will react really fast. If you click in this more outer ring, from here to here, she will do the animation of actually turning, rather than just sort of twitching in a weird way.
Oh.
So yeah, that really helps with stuff. Also, rapidly clicking more really helps you stay sort of on your toes. When chasing Q behind you, because the longer the Q duration, the more speed the longer the speed buff.
Yeah.
Just when chasing, obviously. Your Q is still level 4. And Charm should be maxed last, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, this is
Your
where.
ult is up. No,
Yeah.
you should turn on Victor, for sure.
Yeah, this is where I got greedy, so I went back.
Ah,
That
you-
was a big mistake.
yeah. I mean, he's Mundo, it's pretty hard to finish him off. Even though you do have Morello, which really helps with the Grievous wounds.
And then it came to help them in a fight.
I mean, you don't have ultimate any summoners, you can't really do much.
Yeah.
You should
And-
just back, you have no vision.
Right here is where I missed my combo. I missed my combo up here on Thresh. It was.
Yeah.
I missed it.
I mean, still you shouldn't go for that because you had no vision. If they were better, they would have hit the hook and then you would be dead immediately.
Ah,
Oh.
I should have just stayed there, but
No, it's fine what you did. You
Alright.
got the kill. I mean, the issue is you didn't have vision, so if Lucian was closer, you probably would have died, but I mean, sort of a risk where it's fine. Ludens I really don't like. Unless you're really far ahead and snowballing. I mean, you are 5-1, but your CS is pretty lacking.
yeah, that's something I really need to improve on.
Yep. We'll talk about it better later on. Because with most mages, there's a really ridiculously strong 3-item power spike with tier 2 boots, Morello, Abyssal, and the Void Staff, where you just almost deal true damage. And it's really easy to assassinate someone. Okay. He's just standing there, nice. Not sure. Okay, there's Thresh too. Guess it's fine, you burned your ult. No fights there, your bot lane's pushing really hard. Jax was just top lane. Yeah, you're fine now, cause Jax and Mundo are both top side. Trying to get used to also at what stages the turret does how much damage to minions. So you can prepare them beforehand or whatnot.
One of the techniques I found out was if the minions hit them while they're in the tower, and then the tower hits them, they're going to be on a sliver of health, so it's easy to last hit them.
The melee creeps, I mean at least early game, melee creeps take 2 tower shots, then you can last hit them, and ranged creeps take 1 and then you can last hit them. But it depends your AD actually, because sometimes you have to prepare the hit them once, then let the turret shot come by, and then you hit them again, for the ranged creeps at least. Also get used to what your ability damage is, at what levels and with what items. Okay. You didn't need to go in with ultimate at first.
Yeah, I just thought he would escape. But
Yeah, this is so weird. I've never actually seen someone doing this with abilities. You have 4, 4, and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just it's better to max Q than W than E. For these simple things about champions, you can look at probuilds.net. It's an actual decent site rather than some guides and stuff you might find.
Like MOBA Fire.
Yeah, that's just garbage. Thing is about like actual good in-depth champion guides, people just don't put in the time and effort for them, so they're just useless most of the time. Okay. Yeah, I should just go grab the mid-wave.
I was
Ish.
just searching for people.
Yeah, I shouldn't be doing this.
I think, yeah, I made him waste his flash though.
Yeah, but you used yours as well, so it's a flash trade.
Yeah.
Move. Yeah, because you're just going for kills over and over again, and well, there's a huge wave bot lane. By now, you could have easily take a mid turret
Yeah, I get
and
quite
a lot
greedy.
more CS. Yeah, just let him.
This is kind of mistakes I make.
Yeah. Actually, you should have grabbed mid wave. You might farm enough for Ludens, because yeah, it's 100, 1100. Yeah, you need to prioritize a lot more on farming and less of this sort of random fighting. Because you need to understand the more you improve and climb, the less these random fights will actually occur, because people are actually better and will be farming and such.
I get at the beginning of the game, when I'm farming, people usually just come and attack me, so I get quite afraid.
If you have more minions, most of the time you'll win it, because minions will start hurting them, and at early levels, minions really damage you.
Yeah.
So, right here, if you hit charm with your full combo, you probably kill him. It's good to know your sort of execution damage at what
Yeah.
points. I should go. There's an entire wave. Yeah, you're gonna miss it now. Shouldn't have went in with the ult first. Okay, this jump was awful. Jax flashed. Yeah, probably in the entire fight he didn't need to use it until he was like really farther away. Because let's say you have another ult charge, maybe you can also kill Victor now.
Yeah.
Especially since your ignite is up, right? No. You have 1600 gold you should be recalling. Especially when the wave was right there. Since your wave hit the turret, you wouldn't miss much. And those here doing nothing. Yeah. Oh. Wow. He got smited. Now you should farm another wave because you have Ludens plus Blasting Wand with 100 gold more. Stop looking for kills.
I need to learn not to be as greedy.
I mean, you're gonna kill him now because... Oh, or you're not actually. Try and use auto attacks even on AP mages like this, it still matters. Because like how Victor lived with that little amount of HP, you would have killed him if you autoed him once more. Try and space out autos between your abilities.
Yeah.
What do you think about when buying items?
I try to think of the person who killed me, even though, like, say most of their team is building attack damage.
Yeah.
I would go for the one that's going to give me armor. Because
Right.
it's going to make me not take as much damage from them. But then after buying it, I realized the mistake I have made, and I realized that I'm playing mid against an AP champion.
I mean, by now the game should have escalated a lot more than this. I mean, it's 26 minutes and the mid turrets are still up and you're still farming. I mean, I've never actually seen a 26-minute laning phase. This is actually really interesting to watch. But yeah, okay, pressing tab will help you a lot with this because let's say you just, for the sake of this argument, you just want damage right now, pure damage. If you press tab and see how much magic resist they have, void stuff, if they have a lot of magic resist, void stuff will be the most ideal. If not, for example, Rabadons will be better, because if they have no magic resist, you just go more AP.
Yeah.
Or flat AP, with the, I mean flat magic penetration, which is either, what you call it, Haunting Guys, which is just bad full item for Ahri especially. You could have killed him.
Hmm.
Probably, yeah, he's really squishy. Um, or Abyssal is a really good item for mid lane. Or obviously the boots for magic pen. Luden's is a weird item because it sort of offers damage, but I mean the move speed is also nice, but it's mostly only good when you're really far ahead. Are you gonna ask something?
I think Luden's good for farming.
Why?
Because you can deal more damage, but
Yeah, but
yeah,
Rabadon's more AP, so it will do the same and more reliably, because the AP is always there, whilst the Luden's proc isn't always up. Also, let's say you're farming a wave and then you're gonna fight. You might use the Luden's proc just on the mini wave, and then you go for a fight and you don't have the proc, so it loses even more value then.
yeah.
You lost mid turret, you took theirs. Bot lane. Okay, Olaf is teleporting.
I tried to come from behind because
I mean, this is just really weird. Should have just pushed the mid wave. Like, it's 30 minutes and you only have 133 CS. Which is really low. You should go for Victor here. Yep. When going for something like this, your charm should never be going here. Why? His teammate is right here, so
yeah,
like 99% of the time at least, he will be walking towards safer areas, which is where his team is. And especially at sort of lower brackets of play, people won't really move away from skill shots. They just walk in a straight line.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
think
kill should have been yours.
the thing I do is I don't try. I want to predict their movements, but I can't process my to go that fast. Like some people can predict the movements.
I mean, it depends. Like, let's say you're gonna straight up 1v1 and the enemy knows you have no allies and you know too also, so they might be paying more attention to the one-on-one happening, so they might try to sidestep more or whatever, but in that case, and in that kind of choke point, he couldn't really just move down like that, because he would be farther away from Thresh. And you and the Malphite would just shit on him.
I kept asking for Baron. I don't know why.
Don't.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah. You could be winning and then you instantly lose just because you're all like low from Baron and they end the game.
Yeah, we lost this game.
Yeah. Should be prioritizing farm. Zonius doesn't really do too much this game. Because there isn't really a thing that you can just Zonius and sort of escape. Like, let's say there's Syndra and she ults you, as soon as you see the ultimate you can Zonius, and that's a lot of her damage out of the way. Same with Zed ult and stuff like this. Okay, it's fine.
Also,
You shouldn't have walked that far back, because there was no threat. Movements like these really could matter in a fight.
things I also do is I don't pay attention to my items. So
Like
after I
activatable items, or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's something you should get used to. I
because,
mean, are the hotkeys comfortable for you, or?
yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, it just takes getting used to.
I always put my fingers on WASD, and That is also one of the mistakes I use.
Oh.
Because it's a place to go.
Yeah, I mean I mean you could rebind them if you really want to, but I mean hotkeys are just something to get used to. Shouldn't be too long till you're fine with them.
Yeah, after a fight, like a team fight, when I'm about to die, or when I do die, I realize that I had solo, and yep.
Yeah. I mean
I,
it just takes getting used to since you're really quite new to the game, it's fine.
yeah.
You have Zonias in base. Tristan and Zyro really low. Jax is top lane though. Oh. You might. They have vision, so just back off. Yep. It was good that you went for him. Try and wait on your ultimate next time, because now you're dead, yeah. You mispositioned. Because let's say he flashed, then you can ult. You had Olaf dealing damage as well. It's fine to not get every single kill. I shouldn't sell Darn's ring.
I also tried to move my activations to the closest key, so I'd have like my most important one on one, and then like heal potions would be on three.
Generally, you want to sort of just for muscle memory mostly. For example, whenever you have Zonias, always put it, for example, on 2 if you have activatables for APs. I don't know. Frost Queens, for example, have it on 1 or something. It just so you have muscle memory. Like you have Zonias, so you know that your number 2 will be Zonias. Like when you buy it and you're not doing anything in base, just move around the items.
Yeah.
Like for example, for me personally, I hate using the 1 hotkey, so they generally just start from 3 to 7. I mean 2 to 7. It's just a thing, I don't know, but I'm used to it now. Should be grabbing this wave. Yeah, like, just doing this all the time, in the last 5 minutes, you've got 4 minions. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, this is why my game sense needs to be improved.
Yeah, I mean, just knowing more what to do better. It's
Yeah.
good that he didn't commit on Mondo. You can't kill him, and there was a trash lantern also. You should have charmed Jax actually,
For
because
some
then he
reason,
wouldn't have his stun up, and Tristana can just destroy him.
for some reason, I'm always afraid of the rift scufflers when enemies got them, because you know the little circle bit.
Yeah, I mean, it just grants vision and the small movement speed buff.
Yeah, but for some reason, I think if you walk around the red circle, they're not going to notice you, even though they still do. I don't know why I think that.
Yeah, I should have zoned his. Okay, so let's go over this bit. You should be looking mid lane. Like you should like Jax is up here, Victor is here, so probably Thresh and Lucian will be right here. Like you're walking into this like fully blind almost. You just saw Victor pop up here. Yep.
Yeah.
Now you just go hooked and you're dead. Like simple as that. You should have zone used because now your team arrived and you maybe could have turned the fight with a good
Yeah.
Malphite ult. You need to be more aware of where you're heading, sort of.
I like to pay. One of my big mistakes is I always pay attention to myself and not where I'm going.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just pressing Y or spacebar immediately, then just to put it back on yourself, so you're not like lost or something.
I also find that for some reason I have like I click on the map to go to my destination.
That's
but when I'm
bad. That's
looking-
bad. Most
Yeah.
of the time, unless you're walking straight to lane or something.
Yeah, that's what I do. But when I'm looking like at other lanes, and then I go back, for some reason my character just stopped walking, and I don't know why it does that.
Depends. If you, for example, click the mid lane as you look, then right click the minion rather than the ground, it sort of sets the command to kill the minion. If the minion's dead, you have no command.
Yeah.
Farm it. Yes, we're getting somewhere. Yeah, I need to prioritize farm a lot more.
Mhm.
Okay, got the scuttle. It's fine to grab drag here. Actually, you should be looking to assassinate someone. You should be standing either here or on this edge. But it's sort of risky because you don't have vision, so a trash hook could get you. That's why it's also really important to have vision.
I know the wall I'm standing at. You could probably flash over that.
Which one? The dragon wall?
Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, you can definitely flash it.
yeah. I used that. I used that last game I played as Lee Sin.
Yeah, I mean, you can flash pretty much every wall, besides the ridiculously thick ones. Now you should be able to end the game. Their jungler and the carry just died. Don't go for Baron, just end it.
Yeah, I think we didn't go for Baron. Pretty sure we didn't go for Baron.
You're.
Did we?
I mean, all of you were walking to the pit, so.
I forgot what happened this game
Yeah,
very
it's
easily.
fine.
I also try to dodge what he does. And know
I
not
mean,
to
you shouldn't really even be looking to damage it. You should have probably picked off Thresh. Supports are like the easiest target when
Yeah.
you're playing AP mids, or at least assassins.
I'm always afraid of people who have more health than me, especially Mundo because of his ult.
But you have Morellos,
Yeah.
which is Grievous Wounds, which is like the most important thing to have.
I focused on the CZ
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
it
You
stops
should have been using abilities to farm other creeps, though.
yeah.
You already have Maxi Dior. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, now going Abyssal now is like really
I don't even remember
weird.
using. Yeah, I probably didn't even use that item I've got
Zonius?
this entire game. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
You know what
that
it does,
makes
though?
sense. Yeah, it freezes you so you can't do anything.
Yeah.
And they can't do anything to you.
Ah.
Did I get? Yeah,
Ignite?
I got Lucian.
Oh, okay. You didn't even move.
And then I died here.
Yeah, I should have. Your flash wouldn't make sense here.
Yeah, I
'Cause,
flashed
okay, you
over
kill
right into
him, and yeah.
that wall. That wall I passed for about back a bit where when the enemy comes out through it, you can flash over it.
Mm-hmm.
I could have done that instead of going straight into them.
You should have just went over to the side here, rather than just walking straight into them. I mean, going like that into Lucian isn't worth it.
Hmm.
Because you trading your life 1-for-1 isn't worth it, like, ever.
Yeah. Game sense.
Because it's solo queue, and you can't rely on your team to be useful.
Yeah.
And there's
there he is.
Olaf, yep,
There.
amazing. Yeah, I mean, it mostly comes with experience and just knowing what's the correct thing to do when it comes to decisions. They're probably gonna end right. Or not. Thresh is... what? Why? Holy shit. Okay. There you should have went for the ultimate. Because you could have probably saved the inhibitor. And especially with 4% CDR now at this point, for the next fight you're gonna have your ultimate anyway. Mundo's bot lane, you just kill Jax, Olaf is coming up, you should be looking to get at least an inhibitor right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Mundo isn't showing bot lane anymore, you should be waiting up a bit for Olaf.
Hmm.
Herald's in 7. You have wards, you should be using them. You don't
Yeah.
want to get flanked. Because like right now you're just waiting for the wave, and not doing anything really. And Jax is gonna spawn you. You had the 4v5 and you didn't do anything with it. And it's hard to say the correct thing in these scenarios because your team, if you just go, for example, bot lane and get a turret or a huge wave, your team just might die 4v4 or something.
Mm.
You know, you don't have ultimate, and you can't rely on your team to not fight, because they probably will, because they don't even know what your ultimate does.
Yeah. I noticed people over there, so
Yeah,
I tried to use a control and click to signal to be careful, but I failed.
that's fine. Just try and ward whilst moving back like this. You should have a ward in this mid lane bush right here, and probably even over the raids. Just important points where they might be able to flank you. Like Jax can, right now can, yep, right, just, yeah. You needed vision there, because he can just jump like that. If you had seen him coming beforehand, you obviously could have just moved back. And now that's probably game over.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, obviously you're still really new to the game, so, I mean, can't really say all that I want to, since there are many small things you still need to learn. But yeah, prioritize farm way more. Like your average farm is super low.
Yeah. So
It needs to go up.
things I need to focus on is my items. I have to use them, and my
Your
farm.
what, sorry?
My items like
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so building, like, just always think what's the best thing to build, like, in which scenarios. Like, Abyssal, you need to get used to. It's an insanely good item. Like, it also gives you magic resist. It reduces enemy magic resist, so that's magic penetration. It gets the AP, and it's just a all-round really good item for AP versus AP matchups. Realize isn't really that good on Ahri.
Yeah.
Yeah, pro builds though. Let me open it up. Pro builds. Like, let me search up Ahri. Oh, God. Just do this, and you'll see. Like, these are all mostly pro players and some ex pros or whatever that are just how they build and whatnot. It shows you, like, let me click on, I don't know, Nagni. It shows you what abilities he took, his runes, his masteries, everything. His item order. He took teleport. It was against Victor. Interesting. But yeah, this is a really good website to use. There's pretty much every champion here, so you can just look it up from here. Yeah, let's get into the... One sec. To the questions.
Alright.
So, how to counter build against my lane opponent. So yeah, we've talked about this. If you need, for example, against Zed, mostly Zhonya's is insanely good. Abyssal really good against most mages and on most mages. Boots, generally it's either sorcerers or lucidity, which give the cooldown reduction. The cooldown reduction cap is 40%, so if you sort of think about what your final build would be, just try for the most part get 40%, but if you can't, it's fine.
Yeah.
How to improve last hitting. What do you mean, like private games?
Yeah. Like you can go in a private game, like a bot game, and you can just practice there.
The best thing you can do.
Yeah.
You can do this as a daily thing, actually, before you start playing. You can take runes and masteries, it's fine, so you get used to your damage. don't buy any items. Don't take don't level up any skills, and just look at the minions and just last hit them with your auto attacks. Just
Yeah.
auto them. Do that for like 20 minutes and keep track of your progress. For example, the first day you hit like 120. Uh, the next day you hit like 135. You start seeing progress slowly, and you get used to your auto attack animations, your auto attack damage, their health bars, and everything.
Mm.
Where to ward? This depends a lot on how the game is going. Let's just take it here. For example, like right now, you're against Jax. He doesn't really have like a long range gank he can do. Like Rek'Sai can tunnel maybe from here. Azak can jump over quite a big range. So if just
Kha'Zix and Vanguard.
what? Sorry.
Kha'Zix and Vanguard could also do that.
Kha'Zix at level 11, mostly they evolve Q first rather than E, so their jump isn't really that big either. Zack's E though is really long range, so forwarding these side bushes is mostly fine, even in this matchup. Also, you can read ganks by just how the players doing. Like if he's just randomly farming and then he walks up and starts trying to CC you or whatever. But yeah, it depends. Like if you're looking to, um, let's say you're trying to fight dragon, you try and get a ward behind the red buff or in the bushes. Yeah, it sort of depends with the tempo of the game mostly.
Yeah.
For mid game, I mean for mid lane, it's mostly these bushes though that are the most important. For example, against a Zek, it's fine to ward this side and like down here.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty much it about wards. Movement, I've went over it. Jungle, when to gank. Um, okay, so there are like many things to consider. First of all, who your laner is. Like, let's say, oh, he's Olaf. How you had Olaf top lane this game.
Yeah.
He only has a skill shot slow. A slow isn't really the best ganking setup. If you have a Maokai, it's a lot better because he has the targeted snare, which is really reliable, and it's a snare, so it's hard CC, which is a lot better. Um, uh, Consider the enemy's escapes. Does he have flash? What are his escape and mobility options? Like Oriana has only a speed up with her W. Um, uh, LeBlanc has a dash with her W. Fiora has constant dashes with Q and a riposte W. These are really things you need to keep in mind. Also, at which levels. Like sometimes you can go for sort of special ganks where it's a level 2 cheese, like you start golems into red buff and go top lane or something, or even just golems into top lane. But you don't really need to worry about those much. So yeah, for example, at level 6, Ahri is hard to gank because she has 3 dashes with her ultimate and a charm which could actually just turn it around on you. So keep in mind that they can actually burst you. Also, sorry, my phone went off. um, yeah, those are like the main things to consider. Also, items and such. Oh god, one sec. Let me be right back 1 second, okay?
Alright.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. So what next? What is a good gank? Generally, burning flashes or ultimates is fine. I mean, in lower reloads, obviously, you want to burn as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're not as good at capitalizing kills and such. Counter jungling. Jesus Christ. Counter jungling, I mean, you don't really necessarily have to do it. Like, if you can't gank anywhere and let's say their jungler is top lane and you don't really want to recall right now and you can't gank anywhere, you can just go and clear his bot side jungle, for example, because you're sort of safe to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a better matchup, you can also just try and find the jungler and try and kill him. Yeah, that's pretty much for the most part it. For counter jungling, at least at this level, you don't really need to know too much about it for now.
Alright.
What champions are good against others? You shouldn't really be concerned too much about matchups for now, because it mostly comes down to, I mean, even at higher stages, the players are the thing that matters the most. Let's say you're Diana and I'm Katarina, and you're like a really hard counter to me, but if I play it correctly and just farm it out and go even CS and then just play better late game or something, it doesn't matter that you're a counter. Yeah, because you mostly just want to keep focusing on learning your, like, let's say you have 3 champions for mid and 3 champions for jungle. You just want to learn matchups in general and your champion strengths and things.
Yeah.
What items should I be building? We sort of talked about this already. Pro builds also helps with that, but don't take everything like too literally. Like, let's see.
Like, don't build pure AP if I'm getting destroyed.
I mean, you never really should just go pure AP either way.
Yeah.
For example, this build is awful from XPK actually. For example, Ludens is good when you're really far ahead overall, but for example, sometimes you see them go Zonias just because the matchup depends on it. Like here, he has CDR boots because he's not going, for example, for Morello or something. It just depends on matchups and such mostly, but yeah, just think about the matchup and what the enemy jungler is and whatever you're facing, and think what would be a good 6-item build. How to improve my decision making. It mostly comes down to experience, honestly, and just knowing like what's the best. Like if we are going in for a team fight and I'm playing AP, should I stay behind the team and let the team damage? Okay, so this has many variables. Like, let's start with what vision your team has. So if you see all 5 there and you see, for example, the carry is a bit too far and alone, maybe you can flank behind somewhere and kill him if you're something like Ahri, because you're mobile and can kill him and get away fairly easily. But it's obviously different for different champions. I mean, it depends also. Like, if they have Blitzcrank, you definitely don't want to be in the front line where you can get hooked or something. It's things like these. Like, if they have Zerat, you don't want to get poked. You want to find a way to engage on him somehow. Yeah, just there are too many variables to sort of just say what the correct thing is, just on the fly, sort of, so... Yeah. Yeah, it just depends most of the time. Just try and read the situation and how it would be best played out for you and just, yeah, go with it.
Okay.
Yeah, but watching streams and such should help a bit more with learning basic things about the game and some more niche things also.
Okay.
Did you have any other questions?
Nope.
So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay then. Hope this was helpful.
Yes, I now know what to improve. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Also, do you know all the sort of fundamentals?
Like positions and stuff, like
Um,
AD carry and stuff.
No. Okay,
No.
so let me open this up. Let's make this bigger. Come on. Okay, so you have farming, warding, map awareness. It's sort of the basics that are there for every single game that never just change really. Cookie cutter builds. Cookie cutter basically means the general idea of what you should be buying, because sometimes there are special cases where a particular item that isn't like that good is like insanely good against something.
Huh.
But yeah, you shouldn't really worry about it too much. For jungling, obviously there's ganking. Here, there needs to be trading. I can type. I mean, yeah, it's like the most basic things that aren't champion specific at all. It's just the things to keep in mind always. Map awareness. I know there are like, for example, an entire hour YouTube video where it just does a certain noise every like 5 seconds, just so you look at the map as a reminder. You
Yeah.
could use it to like get used to it and such. But I know it like pro players just look at their map every like 1 or 2 seconds, just a quick glance, and they know like everything what's up. But
I'm
yeah, you
used-
slowly get used to it.
I'm used to most sounds, like when they ping. But the one sound I'm not used to is the enemy missing ping. I need to get used to that.
Yeah, also FKs really help with that though, because let's say you used F4, which is your support, and you see that only the AD carry is in the lane and he's under turret, so the support might be coming mid lane or something, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's for the most part, pretty much it. If you want anything else, I'll be on Skype.
Alright.
Okay?
Thank you.
No problem. Bye
Bye.
bye.